Yes, hello. In this video, I'd just like to discuss the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. That's one of the names of the various groups that go under, but World Book Encyclopedia, 1976. Anyway, essentially, so we'll look up Odd Fellows. And we see Odd Fellows, Independent Order of Odd Fellows, largest fraternal benevolent orders in the United States. Order was founded in England. Basically, it's what people would describe as a secret society. It's more of a mutual aid organisation. As a member of the Odd Fellows, you would be entitled to discounted pharmacy care. The Odd Fellows, each lodge would hire their own pharmacist or their own doctor, even their own lawyer, so that members who were fully paid up would have access to what we consider insurance and health insurance, and what we sort of take for granted now, what you can just ring up and apply for. So that's the Odd Fellows. Now, they're not as famous as the Masons, but they're essentially very much the same. They have their lodges with grades or levels of initiation, the same symbolism, cornucopia, all-seeing eye, such as that. So now in Australia, Odd Fellows is huge in America and Canada. In Australia, they were just as big, just as important, huge influence on many especially in medicine and opening of hospitals and such, and they are a massive organisation. Now in Australia, the lodges demutualised and became large insurance financial services providers. So between 1976 and 1999, the scope and range and power and influence of the Odd Fellows has only grown. So they existed in 1976. They're only more powerful now. The IOOF in Australia, or KeyInvest, is another one of their lodges, which is a large financial services provider. National Pharmacy in South Australia is a legacy of the Odd Fellows and these groups, employing their own pharmacists during the time of snake oil merchants. And so that's why membership was so huge, that oil was so important, and membership went on a decline, especially after World War II, when things like health insurance, reliable pharmacists and legal services become more available to the common man. However, the Odd Fellows might have declined in number, but in influence they've grown, and now they are one of the largest financial services providers in Australia. So now we go to 1999 World Book. This is it's essentially the American version, but it's the Australian edition. And we look, and the Odd Fellows have disappeared. They are as important as ever. They are even more important, more influential, and more noteworthy than ever, but they have disappeared. This is one of the parts of Dewriting of History. Another example will be, for instance, this is what I have, 1946 Items Dictionary. Illuminati, persons pretending to be specially enlightened, any of several religious societies priding themselves on supposed enlightenment as to certain beliefs. 1946, Illuminati is an acceptable term, but I'll go to the 1956 Columbia Encyclopedia, and it has a more complete entry. Illuminati. Rationalist society founded in Germany soon after 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, professor at Ingolstadt. It had close affinities with Freemasons and seems to have been organised according to a Masonic plan. For 10 years it was very popular among German rationalists, but it seems as a society to have limited influence. The Roman Catholic Church, which Weishaupt had left in his youth and rejoined before his death, condemned the Illuminati, and in 1785 the Bavarian government dissolved the organisation. It did not long survive. Other groups have called themselves Illuminati, especially a mystical sect of France and Spain flourishing in the 16th century. The Rosicrucians also call themselves Illuminati. So we see, again, it seems that old books, what's now too easily dismissed, or thought of as urban legend and, sort of, myth rusters style, it's actually, it's quite, the history and that is quite available of it. As to whether the Illuminati, run the world and do all of that stuff, I'm not the person to talk to, but definitely in times gone past, though it was not at all unusual to see them mentioned and discussed. And so anyway, if I was to look up Illuminati in any of my World Book dictionaries or any of my encyclopedias or dictionaries, basically after 1973, it's just been expunged from the record, as we're accepted proper text, not some internet page. I mean, these are scholarly texts written by serious academics. It was taken quite seriously and was not unusual. So, Odd Fellows and Illuminati are two of the things that are being written out of history for some reason, and well, yeah, there you go. Hope you found that illuminating.